Okay, today I'm going to show you how to graph linear equations when they are in slope-intercept form, and then how to graph a linear equation when it's not in slope-intercept form by solving for y first. So, find this worksheet that was given to you in class. It's called Graphing Linear Equations by Slope-Intercept. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your equation is in slope-intercept form. And if it's not in slope-intercept form, we should be able to do that. We practiced that in class, and so we know to move the x and then divide by the number in front of the y. Then the next thing you want to do is you're going to take the y-intercept, which is the b value. You're going to take that b value and you're going to put that number on the y-axis. And then from the y-axis, you're going to use the slope, which is the m in the equation, to create more points. And then you're going to connect your points into a line. So let's take a look at a few examples, and then you are going to do some on your own. Number 1 says y equals negative x plus 3. And of course, you want to make sure it's in y equals mx plus b, which it is. And so you have to correctly identify your slope and your y-intercept. So my slope is the number that sits in front of the x term. So in number 1, the slope is negative 1. The b is the constant. So in this equation, it's 3. So in order to graph, you have to first plot your b, which is the y-intercept, onto the y-axis. So on the y-axis, we're going to put a dot at 3 because that is the y-intercept. And then from there, we're going to do the rise over run. Now, if you notice, my slope is a whole number. Every whole number has a 1 underneath of it. So this slope, negative 1, tells me I'm going to go up 1 and to the left 1 because it's negative. Okay, so if your slope is negative, you're going to go up and then to the left. If you don't have enough room to go up and left, then you would do the opposite of up and left, which is down and right. So make sure that you know which way negative goes. A negative line, remember, rises to the left. So to achieve that line, you can go up and left, or you can go down and then right. All right, so I know my slope is 1, so from my point that I just put, that 3 on that y value, we're going to start there. That's my starting point. And we're going to go up 1 and then left 1 because it's negative. And I can continue to do this a few more times until I run out of space. And then if I run out of space, I can go down and to the right to follow that same pattern. And you should notice that you have dots that make a line. And really, if you have 2 points, that's probably going to be enough. So again, I went up and to the left because it was negative. Or you can go down and to the right because it's negative, as long as you have a line that rises to the left when you have a negative slope. Let's take a look at number 2. All right, again, we need to identify our slope, and if it's helpful, go ahead and put a 1 underneath of your whole number. So in this example, my slope is 3 over 1, and my y-intercept is negative 4. So when I'm ready to graph, I start at the b value. You always start with your b value. So it's negative 4, and that always goes on the y-axis. Always put your y-intercept on the y-axis. All right, from that point, we're going to do our slope, which is 3 over 1. And because it's positive, I'm going to go up 3, and then I'm going to go to the right 1 because it's positive. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1 would take me to this next point here. And again, I could continue to do that, or I can stop with my 2 points and connect. Double check that your slope is positive because that line is positive. Let's do number 3 together. Again, identify your slope and the y-intercept. And which number do I start with? That's right, I start with the 2 because that's my y-intercept. So I go on the y-axis and I start at 2. So I'm going to put my starting point, which is my 2, on the y-intercept. From 2, my slope is positive 2 over positive 5. So positive is up and positive is right. So I'm going to go up 2 and then to the right 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even count. Here, I'm going to show you with my red pen. up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then put my other dot, and then connect. I counted that 10 times just to make sure. So again, I went up 2 and then over 5 blocks, and so I've got my second point, and I'm done, and I connect. All right, and again, I don't need this red, that's not part of my line. I was just using that to help you see my rise over run. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Again, identify your slope. -3 over 4, and I don't care where that negative goes. You can put it at the top, the bottom, or the side. Just know that your line is negative, so you know your line is going to go in that direction. And my y-intercept is 1. So I start where? That's right, I start at the 1 on the y-axis. Always put your dot on that y-axis. We never start on the x-axis. From that point, I have a 3 over 4, but it's negative, so I can go up 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and to the left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So rise 3, run 4, but you have to go in the negative direction. So rise 3, and then left 4 because it's negative. And again, I could have fallen and then crawled, or you can stand up and run. I like to stand up and run. So I rise and then I run to the left because it's negative. Remember, anytime it's negative, you want to go to the left. So this was a negative line, so I went to the left. All right, number 5. I'm not going to do all of these for you. You will have to practice some on your own. And again, slope, identify it, y-intercept, identify it. Always start with the y, which is the b, equals -1. So I put my dot on -1. My slope is positive, so I go up and right. Up 2 units and over 3 units. And then connect. Rise over run. All right, so if you want to pause the video, you can give a go on number 6 and then unpause it and see what you got. My slope is -2. I'm going to put a 1 underneath of it because that's what I need for my whole number, rise over run. Start at 4. Now this one I don't have enough room to go up and left. You could fall off the graph and go up 2 and to the left because it's negative. But what's the opposite of up and left? That's right, down and right. So I can go down 2 and to the right 1 as long as my line is rising to the left. So just be careful. You can make yourself a little note here. If you don't have enough room when you're doing negative slopes to go up, or even positive slopes. So my positive lines could be up and then to the right. Or you can go, what's the opposite of up and right? Down and left. So those are positive lines. You can go up and right or down and left. For negative lines, you can go up and then left, but what if you don't have enough room to go up and left? What's the opposite of up and left? That's right, down and right. Both of those directions would give you a negative line. So that's just a little extra note there to help you when you're doing your slope. If you don't have enough room to rise, then run, you can fall and crawl. Or you just fall off your graph and then connect your dots. All right, so you can try number 7, 8, and 9. And once you try 7, 8, and 9, you can check your paper. Make sure you write down what your slope is and your y-intercept. Tell me what your slope is and your y-intercept, your slope, and your y-intercept. And then unpause the video and check your work to see if you are correct. So hopefully you are checking your work and not just copying my paper. So I'm just graphing these quickly, not explaining them because you're just checking your work. So how did you do? Hopefully you did fantastic. The next problems at the bottom of this worksheet, they're not in slope-intercept form. So what would you need to do? You need to solve for y. So we know that we're going to move the x term. In this case, we'd move the positive 1x to the other side, making it a negative. And then we're going to divide everything by, that's right, 2. So we've done this several times in class, so we know how to solve for y. So it's written backwards, but our slope is still the number in front of the x, and my intercept is still the constant, the number without a variable. So I still graph it the same way. I go on to the y-axis with my b value, and from there I would do my slope. So my slope is negative. I'm going to go up 1 and to the left 2 because it's negative. I go to the left. Up and left for negative unless you don't have any room, and then you would go down and right. Number 11, move that x term and then divide by negative 2. So this would give me my y. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. A negative 3x divided by negative 2x is a positive 3/2 x. My slope is 3 over 2, and my intercept is 3. So where do I start? I don't know where that random dot came from. It must be on the paper. I'm going to start at positive 3, and then from here I'm going to go up 3 and then to the right because it's positive. This one falls off my graph, so instead of going up and right, what can I do? That's right, I can go down and left. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2 to the left. And if you notice, that is still on the same line. So if you don't have enough room, do the opposite. So up and right, I didn't have enough room, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is down and left. All right, so hopefully you had enough examples there and you guys feel pretty confident about it, that you can do your Delta Math assignment that is scheduled for tomorrow. And also there's a back side to this worksheet. So if you flip your paper over, all of these are not in slope-intercept form. But I feel pretty confident that you guys can solve for y. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the even ones for you, moving the equations, but you'll have to graph them. And then the odd ones, you'll have to solve the equation and graph. So number 12, when you solve this one, you get negative 2 minus 1x. So now you're ready to graph that one. Number 4 is going to be y equals 4 minus 4/3 x. So it's ready to be graphed. Number 16 is y equals negative 1 minus 1/3 x. When you solve it, that's what you'll get. Number 18 is y equals 5 minus 2x. So identify the slope, the y-intercept, and graph them for the even ones. On the odd ones, you'll have to solve for y and then graph those. Y equals negative 1 plus 3/4 x. So those I have solved for you. You just need to graph them, and the odd ones you'll solve and then graph. If you have any questions, just let me know. And then I'll check those on Monday or whenever we come back, Monday or Thursday. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks. Oh, wait a minute. I do want to tell you one more thing. And that is your Delta Math assignment that you can do today or you can do it tomorrow. So your Delta Math assignment looks like this, and I'm going to show you all of these are going to be y equals. None of these are going to be in standard form, which is awesome. So it says to graph this line. So we know we're going to start with the negative 7. Okay, so we're going to start there with that negative 7. So I'm going to put a dot at negative 7. See my dot? And my slope is negative, so I got to go up and left. Up 1, left 2. See how easy that was? All you got to do is put the dots, and it graphs it for you. Submit, yes, yes, get the green check. I'll do another one because I feel like I did that really fast. So your Delta Math gives you an equation. Where are you going to start this equation at? You tell me. Negative 4, you are correct. And what's my slope in this equation? That's right, it's 1/2. So you're going to go up 1 and then to the, that's right, you're going to go to the right 2 because it's positive. So all I did was go up 1 and to the right 2, and then it gives me my line for me. Isn't that cool? And then hit submit and you're done. So your assignment for tomorrow is super easy. You might want to go ahead and knock that out today just to get it done. So here I'm going to start at, that's right, I'm going to start at 2, and then I'm going to go up 2 and then to the left. Why am I going to the left? Because the slope is negative. Absolutely correct. So submit it. Yes, got my green check mark. I'm good to go. So that's your Delta Math assignment for this week. You can do that before you do the back side of this worksheet if you prefer. Okay, so I have given you guys the y equals on the evens. You need to solve for y and graph on the right-hand side. And I'm going to check that on our next class meeting. All right, now I am officially done talking. Y'all get to work. Bye.